Boxing is inherently a sport of calculation, patience, and precise timing. Fighters spend years mastering distance, energy conservation, and defensive positioning to minimize damage while capitalizing on subtle mistakes. However, there are rare legendary moments in boxing history where pure strategy gives way to absolute chaos. Moments where technique is cast aside, and two fighters engage in a sheer test of human endurance and raw power. In this comprehensive deep dive, we break down the 10 most violent, dramatic, and tactically explosive rounds ever fought inside the ring, examining the mechanical breakdowns, systemic exhaustion, and mental resilience that define them. Opening our list at number 10 is the historic fifth round between Erik Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera. Driven by intense personal rivalry, both Mexican superstars abandoned jab-based distance control in round 5. Morales utilized his longer reach to throw straight right hands, but Barrera repeatedly slipped inside to land vicious hooks to the body. Over 300 punches were thrown in just 180 seconds. The refusal of either fighter to give up ring center turned this round into an iconic showcase of relentless rhythm and short-range combinations. At number 9, modern heavyweight violence reached its peak in the fourth round of Tyson Fury vs. Deontay Wilder 3. After absorbing severe punishment in the early rounds, Wilder adjusted his stance, loading up his right hand off a lazy jab from Fury. Wilder landed a devastating straight right that sent the 277-pound Fury crashing to the canvas. Fury beat the count, but Wilder pushed forward, landing a looping hook behind the ear for a second knockdown. The sheer recovery ability displayed by Fury under extreme power makes this round unforgettable. At number 8, we look at the high-stakes middleweight drama in round 10 of Canelo Alvarez vs. Gennady Golovkin I. Canelo opened the round exploding off the ropes, landing crisp, blistering combinations that shook Golovkin's head back. Yet GGG displayed an legendary chin, absorbing clean power shots and walking straight through them. Golovkin fired back with heavy jabs and right hands, trapping Canelo in the corner. 3 minutes of elite counterpunching trading against unstoppable forward pressure. At number 7, Evander Holyfield and Riddick Bowe produced a masterclass in heavyweight heart during round 10 of their first encounter. Bowe landed a crushing inside uppercut that severely compromised Holyfield's legs, following up with a barrage of power shots along the ropes. Holyfield was visibly hurt and on the verge of being stopped. Instead of holding, Holyfield bit down on his mouthpiece, stood his ground, and fired back with a 3-punch combination that backed Bowe up, turning a near knockout into a legendary exchange. Number 6 features two super heavyweight titans trading devastating blows at close quarters in round 2. Vitaly Klitschko bypassed Lennox Lewis's jab by stepping inside and landing heavy overhand rights. Lewis responded by leaning into his power, firing uppercuts that split Klitschko's guard. The impact force generated in this round was staggering, setting up the grueling physical that defined this heavyweight classic. At number 5, George Foreman and Lyle delivered pure, unfiltered heavyweight destruction in round 4. Lyle caught Foreman with a hard counter right, dropping the former champion. Foreman rose and immediately pressed forward, knocking Lyle down with a heavy combination. Before the round ended, Lyle bounced back to drop Foreman a second time. It remains one of the most violent back-and-forth heavy-hitting rounds ever recorded. Number 4 brings us to the climax of the thriller in Manila, round 14 between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. Fought in extreme heat, both men were operating on sheer willpower. Ali exploited Frazier's diminished vision, landing sharp, unanswered right hands. Despite severe physical damage, Frazier refused to drop his hands or back away, pushing both legends to the absolute brink of human endurance before Eddie Futch stopped the fight. At number 3 is round 9 of Micky Ward vs. Arturo Gatti I, widely regarded as one of the greatest rounds in boxing history. Ward unleashed his signature left hook to the liver, sending Gatti to the canvas in agony. Gatti miraculously beat the count, only to face a relentless onslaught from Ward. Gatti trapped Ward against the ropes and fired back with power shots, creating 2 minutes of non-stop, high-intensity exchanges. Number 2 features one of the most dramatic comebacks in sports history, round 10 of Corrales vs. Castillo I. Corrales was knocked down twice early in the round, suffering severe swelling to his eyes. After losing his mouthpiece and receiving a point deduction, Corrales stepped right back into short range. He landed a precise inside right hand that staggered Castillo, following up with a power sequence against the ropes to secure an astounding victory. Occupying the #1 spot is the undisputed most explosive opening round in boxing history, the war between marvelous Marvin Hagler and Thomas Hearns. From the opening bell, Hearns unleashed lethal right hands, breaking his own hand on Hagler's chin. Hagler absorbed the damage and switched stances, pressing forward relentlessly to cut off the ring. 3 minutes of unmatched intensity, high-velocity punching, and raw aggression set the gold standard for violent rounds. These 10 rounds proved that boxing is as much about heart and endurance as it is about strategy. Which round do you think was the most brutal? Did we leave out any legendary rounds? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, hit the like button, and subscribe for more technical combat sports breakdowns.